my YouTube channel, or if you are new here, hello, welcome. My name is Heidi. Now, today you join me in a room where the lighting is not too good because it is currently pouring with rain and it is really cloudy, so bear with the lighting. Today's video is super requested on my channel, and it is actually the start of my back to school videos, which I'm so excited to do. I've honestly got the back to school shopping vlog, the haul, the what's in my school bag, first day of school vlog, like everything is coming along, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, today is the first one of my back to school content, and today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. So you guys on Instagram went ahead and asked me all of your questions. I have not read any of them, honestly. I just went through, screenshotted them all, sent them to myself. I have not read a single question, and today I'm going to be going through, we're going to be answering them. Hopefully I'll give you guys some advice, because a lot of you have been asking for like advice going into secondary school. And a quick little note on that, obviously I live in the UK, so we call it secondary school. However, if you live in America, or I think there's some other countries that call it the same, I would be talking about high school. So I'm going to try and kind of mix it between the both, because I know I do have some American viewers as well. But yeah, so today we're going to be going through and hopefully be giving some advice and also answering all of your guys' questions. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out, and definitely go subscribe right down below. We are currently, when I film this, we are literally at 250 subscribers away from 4,000, which blows my mind. I'm honestly so grateful for every single one of you, so definitely go subscribe right down below. Our end of year goal is 5,000, so subscribe right down below. And without further ado, let's get straight into the secondary school / high school advice and Q&A. Right, we are straight into the video, and I have my iPad here, and I've screenshotted all the questions really briefly and sent them to myself, so I literally do not know what I'm in store for talking about today. But here we are, we're gonna get straight on with it. Okay, so the first question is, what did you pick for your GCSEs? For my GCSEs, I'm going into year 11, by the way, into secondary, so I'm obviously still in secondary, so I'm going into my last year of secondary school / high school. And for my options, obviously in the UK, we choose 3 options to take on into the upper years of secondary school. I chose media, geography and triple science, so that was my options. Honestly, I get that question so much. The next question is, what is a mistake you made in year 7? I think, honestly, I can't really think off the top of my head, but I'd say I'd wish that I kind of just made friends with as many people as I could, and actually not be as shy. I went in there and I wanted to stick to my little friend group of friends. I was really shy and scared, really not confident. So I just wish I got that little confident boost and actually spoke to more people, because I feel like it would have made my year 7 year a little easier if I actually was putting myself out there to know other people, because what I did is I literally stayed in my little group of friends. So that is probably the mistake I made in year 7. There probably was many more, but you know, you learn from it. So yeah, that was probably my mistake in year 7. The next question is, I want to make some new friends but don't want to ask because I'm too scared. So honestly, I don't think when people go and make friends in year 7 or in secondary school in general, go up to them and go oh, can I be your friend? Normally it kind of works by you just slowly just trying to get to know them. So it could be that you know someone on your table in one of your lessons or one of your classes, and you might go sit next to them, have a little chat, talk to new people. Honestly, just get that confidence and go for it, because if you think of it, how good it's going to be when you have all these new friends. So just go for it. Honestly, you can do it. I'm probably not the best person to say about this, because in year 7 I was exactly the same. I was too scared to go and speak to anyone else, and I literally stuck with the same friends that I met on the first day. So definitely go branch out, talk to as many people as you can, because it's definitely going to make your life a little bit easier. The next question is, how was your experience? So I'm pretty sure this means how was your experience with high school, secondary school? I would say so far, obviously I'm in my last year now of secondary, and I would say probably I think at the start of the year it was pretty good. Honestly, I don't really see that much bad in it. I feel personally with myself, as it got I'm talking year 9, year 10, for me personally, I wasn't doing the best, so I don't think school was very good for me before then. However, I feel overall it was pretty good. Honestly, now I'm getting to the end of it, I'm kind of gonna miss it, the whole routine that you're in when you go to school, my friends, how easy life is actually when you really think of it when you're at school. So I feel it was pretty good so far. Obviously I haven't left yet, I have got one more year, but yeah, I'd say overall my experience was very good. So I wish everyone who's going into year 7 luck, and do not be worried, because it is totally fine. The next one is tips for year 9, and I know actually there's 2 of these. It's tips for year 9 and year 9 tips, or is year 9 your last year of freedom, because I start GCSEs this year. This is a question that I get a lot. So in year 9, I'm pretty sure that's below a freshman. I don't know, honestly. I'm going to try and put something on the screen to translate. It's like America's kind of way they do school. However, a lot of people always say to me, and I hear a lot of people talk about how year 9 is your last year of freedom, or year 9 is the bit where it actually gets serious because of GCSEs. Honestly, my biggest tip for you in year 9 is to listen. Obviously, you do not need to buckle down, like you should, but you don't need to. I know no one's going to sit there and be proper dedicated until like the last majority of people probably will, but a lot of people always go, this is your like last year of freedom, like mess everything up or like do whatever you want. However, I'd honestly say to you, listen, make sure you understand everything because it's going to make your later years so much easier. Personally with me, I wish that in year 9 I'd even just put in that little tiny bit more effort, listen a tiny little bit more, because I'd understand so much stuff that I'm a little bit confused on now. So just make your life a little bit easier. Listen, still listen in class, but you can obviously still have fun. But year 9 for me was absolutely no different to year 8 except for I started my new subjects. So yeah, it doesn't really change. I feel like year 11 for me now is going to be a little bit scary because, you know, I am obviously going into a big change. I am actually doing my GCSEs this school year, which is a little bit scary, but I say it really doesn't change that much. And for year 9, just make sure you understand everything, go to a teacher if you need help, and just make sure you're all ready for year 10 basically. The next one is, how is it to be in a year 7 class? Honestly, in year 7 it is very, literally you do not really have that much focus on GCSEs. Year 7 is basically a year to make friends, get used to the whole secondary school thing. Like obviously in your primary school, you're in your class all the time, like you don't have to move around, like obviously bring everything with you, the responsibility. Like year 7 is basically the year to adjust to secondary school life, making new friends, getting used to it, and then obviously year 8 it just is kind of another year 7. So I'd say year 7 is basically probably the easiest year because you just go in there, you make friends, you don't really have to do that much work, honestly. A lot of people always told me that you go in year 7, you get bombarded with homework. My school personally, I literally get about 3 pieces of homework every month. Like I barely ever get homework. So I don't know if that's going to be the same for some of you guys. Some schools do give a lot of homework and that, and I feel like a lot of things that people get stressed out about. However, honestly, I'd say year 7's a good year, and it is probably a good, my door just moved, probably a good class to be in, because yeah, I was in there, it was pretty decent. The next question is, what has been your favourite secondary school year so far? I personally would say my favourite secondary school year would have to be, I'm gonna say it's gotta be year 9, because I basically, in year 9, obviously, so in year 7 you're in your class, and in year 8 you stay in the same classes. So obviously in secondary school you go into a class in year 7, you have a brand new class, and you stay in that class until year 8, and then in year 8 you start brand new classes, so you're mixed up with new different people and all of your friendship groups, and basically most of them always change, and you go in there and you meet loads of new people you never really met before, and you start your new lessons. I'd say year 9 was good for me. I'd say my favourite year personally, because I've met some of my best friends now, and I changed a bit of friendship groups. Obviously, like I wasn't in the friendship groups I was in for year 7 and 8 in year 9. Like year 9 is where I met like my best friends now and like all of that. So I definitely say that is my favourite year because it was much easier. I met so many new people, and overall my school life got a bit easier. And also I started new subjects that I loved, and I had to, obviously in year 9 you drop subjects like dance, drama unless you choose it, and like other extra bits. So it makes it a bit easier because obviously if you choose options you love, school is going to be so much better. So that's another bit of advice for you guys. Make sure you choose options you love but are also going to help you in future. So it makes your school life so much better. I now have subjects that I love doing. Like I took obviously extra science. I always get people say that to me, like, why the hell do you choose extra science? Yeah, I have all the subjects I love, and I'd say year 9 was definitely the best year for me. There was another question about that saying favourite year and why, and I just answered that. But the next one is best worst thing about moving to high school. I'd say the best thing about moving there is you have a lot, like obviously going into year 7 I mean. Going in there you definitely make new friends, you obviously have a lot more responsibility, you have a lot more freedom. Let me tell you that. Honestly, when you go into year 7 you think, oh my god, where am I? This is like heaven. Because when you go into year 7, obviously in primary school you weren't allowed phones. I know some schools, like most schools, don't really allow phones. In my school personally, like we're allowed our phones out. So it's crazy being able to bring your phone around, because in primary school that was literally never ever happening. You obviously get to go and choose your lunch, you get to buy your lunch in the canteen, there's loads of different things. So I'd say definitely going into year 7, it's a bit like, what the hell, this is so different. And it is definitely better if you get a lot more freedom, so that's the best thing. I'd say the worst thing about going into year 7 and moving to secondary school would probably be that it's like, obviously you have a little bit more pressure. It's obviously very different as well. You've been in the same class since year 1 to year 6, and you're like all just comfortable with that group of people, and you're moving away from them, and it obviously gets a little bit harder as well because you obviously have GCSEs coming up. But yeah, overall I'd say like it's mostly good than bad. I do like loved the year when I went into year 7, it was pretty good. However, obviously you might miss your friends, obviously you have to make new friends, and it can be a little bit overwhelming, but overall I think it's pretty good. The next one is, how do you stay motivated for school? Love you, Heidi. I love you too, thank you. So I would say I'd say being motivated for school. Honestly, I'd say I'm going into my new school year, and last year of secondary school, honestly with a different mindset. Like, I can't let this year be bad. It's my last year, which is so scary. But I would say, like, the things that I'm going into this year to be motivated for school, firstly, have a routine. That is going to help you so much. Honestly, I'm making myself a new routine, obviously like a little morning routine, to make sure that you're all like, you're going into school prepared. Make sure that you've got everything you need, because that is obviously quite a key part. And overall, just don't feel pressured. I know that's quite hard to say, like when people are pressuring you, they obviously will be. I'm also so hot in this room right now. It's absolutely boiling. I have no fan, no window, and for some reason the sun's come out. It was raining about 5 minutes ago. Anyway, yeah, I'd say to stay motivated, just I don't know, choose subjects you love in year 9, get used to year 7 and year 8 to kind of get used to the whole secondary school thing, and in year 9 then truly think about what you love doing, what's going to help in your future. And choosing subjects you love are definitely going to motivate you, because if you love it and you're doing it, then it's going to be way more motivating than doing something you don't like. So choose options you love. The next question is tips for year 7 and going into secondary school. Obviously I have briefly answered this, but go in, make as many friends as you can, get in a routine, get used to the whole thing. Like, obviously you have a lot of responsibility. I know I've said this already, but you obviously have a lot of responsibility going in there, so getting used to even just buying your lunch at school, or making sure you bring in the certain things that the teacher asks, and getting used to moving classes around. So like, that's like, I need to drop my iPad. That's basically my advice for year 7. That right there was indeed the last question. I have been through quite a few. There is still quite a lot that I haven't actually been through yet, so I'll 100% maybe do a part 2, or maybe do a little Q&A in a vlog. I'm not too sure, but hopefully this helps some of you. Hopefully some of you are obviously feeling a little bit better going into year 7, or maybe my advice didn't help at all. But if it didn't, I wish you luck. I wish you all the best going into secondary school, whatever year you're going into. I hope it goes well for you. I love you all very, very much, and obviously, of course, all my back to school content is starting. So I've got like the back to school shopping, a back to school haul, first day of school, get ready me and vlog. I have so much stuff in store for you all. I've got some collaborations with some amazing brands as well, and I'm just absolutely so excited. So I really do hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out, so definitely go give it a thumbs up, and definitely go subscribe. Our new goal is 4,000, which, oh my god, I cannot get over. Like, literally, we're 250 away right now, and I just want to die. Like, I can't cope. But yeah, subscribe right down below, and I will see you guys obviously every Wednesday, Friday and Sunday. So I will see you guys whenever the day is after this video has gone out. I love you all, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye. Mwah.
She's sweet with sour moods. I need another double. She got an attitude. I call her pineapple. She's sweet with sour moods. I guess she's all I'm after.